So guys, go ahead, like, subscribe, and the notification bell for new content. So hi guys, we're back again, and today we're doing a Jamaican traditional dish called Pacassa, right? So this is food cooked down in coconut milk, and we're just gonna go ahead and get that started today. All right, great guys. So I did a little pre-prep, right? So I did a little pre-prep today. So I had my dumplings made, I had my food cut up, I had my coconut milk blended and strained, right? So we're just gonna go ahead now and get started with the cooking today. All right, so there is my coconut milk. It looks lovely. So you want to get the coconut milk as pure as you possibly can, right? And dish depends on that. So let's go ahead and throw that in the pot. All right, great. So once I go ahead and throw that in the pot, I'm gonna go ahead and let that boil a little bit. All right. So whilst that is boiling, I'm just gonna add a little bit of seasoning as well. So what I'm gonna add is that I'm gonna add some scallion, I'm gonna add some thyme, I'm gonna add some sweet pepper to the mix, right? Because I want everything just to be boiled together. I want to get all the flavors out, right? So I'm just gonna have it boiled together as usual. Great. So what I'll do is that I'll let that boil for about 5 to 10 minutes. So once it starts boiling, then I'm gonna add my food in. So guys, as I said, I did a pre-prep, so I had everything ready, right? I also today have my braised cock soup because I'm gonna also use that in the mix as well. Alright, great, so wonderful. So it starts boiling up, so it's time to add my food. So the first thing I'm gonna add are my dumplings. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my dumplings in there. Alright, so I'm adding my dumplings. Just let you know, growing up as a child, I ate this a lot, right? I learned to do this from my grandparents, right? Because they did this a lot when I was small. So guys, I can tell you that they taught me well, and this is gonna be lovely when it's finished. Alright, so once I go ahead and finish adding my dumplings, I'm just gonna stir that around a little bit, right? Because I don't want the dumplings to stick to the bottom of the pot, right? So I'm just gonna stir that a little bit, right? So once I add the dumplings, I usually let this boil for another 5 to 10 minutes, and then I add my yams, my sweet potato, and my Irish potato, right? Bananas, you're gonna leave that for last. Why? Is the bananas, take less time to boil, so you don't want them to, get crushed or overboiled, because you're gonna have to let this coconut milk boil down. So you're gonna add that a little later. And guys, there are many things that you can add to this dish. You can add cocoa, you can add tahini, you can add various things to this dish. So there is no limitation on what you can add. If you have pumpkins, you can add pumpkins as well, right? So it depends on what you want. Some people add meat to this, but I'm doing this the traditional way. I'm not adding any meat at all. Alright? So just stirring that around a little bit. Alright, because I've added my sweet potatoes, I've added my yam and my Irish potatoes as well. Right, great. So, as I said, once I let it boil a little bit, I just go ahead and add my bananas as well. Alright, great. So everything is now in. So what I'm gonna do now is that I'm just gonna let this boil for a while, right? So that the food can be cooked and the coconut milk can be boiled down a little bit. Great. and I can tell you that the aroma is wonderful right now. You can smell the coconut milk, you can smell all the seasoning, everything boiling up together, right? And that's what we're looking for. Alright, great. So just gonna go ahead and have this boiled. Alright. Right. So I check this like every 10 to 15 minutes just to ensure that everything is boiling evenly. Alright. You also want to check the bananas as well, right? Because as I said, you don't want them to be overboiled. Alright, great, wonderful. So it's getting there, guys. As I said, the aroma is wonderful. And as I said before, guys, if there is any other names that you have for this dish, just please, put that in the comments. So I went ahead and added the cup noodle to the dish, right? Because you want to go ahead and give it a little flavor, right? Back in the days, my grandparents, they didn't use cup soup or cup noodle in this, right? This is just my spin on it, right? My grandparents used to use this green thing called spinach, and they used to put that in it to give it flavor as well. But I go ahead and use a noodle. So once I add the noodle in there, right, it gives it that color. Right, so once the noodle is in, I let that boil down for a while, and then I go ahead and get that seasoned. Right, so today I'm using some Grace all-purpose and some Island Spice chicken seasoning. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add that. Thanks for watching. Comment, like.